Get the full spa treatment at AA Salon. Our goal is to make you look your best. We're open Monday through Saturday, and walk-ins are always welcome at AA Salon, located at 921 South Highway 160. Call 775-764-1898.
The head of the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child has called for mental health support for kids and families within the Gaza Strip. Additionally, she has called for this massive psychosocial support for Israeli children as well, who were either victims or witnesses to the Hamas attack on southern Israel that occurred on October 7th. Ann Skelton referred to the death toll in Gaza, which has risen over 27,000. She pointed out that many of those deaths were of children as well. She went on to state that no child should grow up in fear, pain, and hunger. Yet today, no child in Gaza is free from fear, pain, and hunger. In fact, they'll be considered lucky if they can even survive this war and have the chance to grow up. Skelton also stated that colossal humanitarian needs are being faced by the over 2 million people still alive within the Gaza Strip. Other than the mental health support for people in Gaza and children in Israel, she additionally called for the immediate and unconditional release of the hostages being held by Hamas, as well as calling for an immediate ceasefire. Meanwhile, the foreign minister for Egypt, Sameh Shoukry, has called upon the international community to shoulder the responsibility of pushing for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in order for humanitarian aid to reach the people of Gaza. Additionally, Shoukry also called upon countries that suspended funding for the UNRWA to continue their support for the UN agency. He believes that the UNRWA's role in providing assistance and services to Palestinians in Gaza is indispensable, even though they have received some additional funding from Spain in order to stay afloat for the rest of the month. The lack of funding has hindered the agency's ability to aid Palestinians. He added that the UNRWA should not be tainted by any misactions of the few. He has additionally warned that the displacement of 1.3 million Palestinians in the south of Gaza has led to compounding conditions of famine, lack of medical supplies, and continuously dwindling sanitary conditions. Relating to Israel's offensive heading more south towards Egypt and Gaza's bordering town Rafah, the United Nations Mideast envoy has warned of catastrophic consequences regarding the Israeli offensive. It was already reported by an Egyptian official that Israeli deployment along the Egypt-Gaza border would violate the peace treaty between them and Israel. However, conversations are being held by Israeli and Egyptian officials on what can be done about this. Lastly, an airstrike conducted by Israel has killed approximately 13 people in the town of Rafah, according to reports from a hospital that received the bodies. According to these reports, 5 of the 13 were children and 2 of the 13 were women.